sung goodbye for us. You have to say it, baby. And us in Texas, you wanna try, baby. I know you can.
Hello, folks. Today we're going to talk again about women. Yesterday I put out a thumbnail on women and the Proverbs, the capable wife, and we looked at the Bible. We've seen how the Jehovah's Witness Bible likes to make men be the owner of women, and we talked about that in my last thumbnail. Today we're going to talk about this scripture in 1 Corinthians where it says that women have to be in subjection to men, cover their heads, and stuff like that. And let's be clear here. We're going to look at some scriptures, a lot of scriptures. We're going to go to the JW site, and we're going to look at some other scriptures done by some other people, scholars, Bible scholars online. And I'm going to show you guys that the Bible really shows that women and men are equal. We're both told to do the same thing. We're both told to work together. God made man and woman to work together in the very beginning, not to have one to be in subjection to the other. This was man's thing. And if we look at the Bible and we look at the Apostle Paul and how he pushed the head coverings and everything, think about today. And we have some friends that actually live in Dubai. And when they go to Dubai, they have to cover right up the women. And that's just the way it is in that land. If you don't, it's dangerous. So the women, of course, follow the rules of the land. So that's probably what it would be like living at the time the Apostle Paul was talking about all these head coverings. They were living in a land similar where women didn't have the rights. But that was not Jesus' intention. Paul was just masking the thing just to get them through and get these congregations going so he could get things rolling. If you look at today and you look at Jesus' writings, Jesus didn't talk that way about women. And just follow through with me and we'll look at the scriptures right now. So thanks for hanging in. Watchtower. The head of the woman is the man. 1 Corinthians, it talks about that. And this is what Paul talks about. So they really hone in on that. The man is over top of the women and so on and so forth. And that's the stand that Jehovah's Witnesses take. Why? Because they say, well, it's in the Bible. But yet, we look at the Bible, I look at the 10 Commandments, and I have a thumbnail on the 10 Commandments. When you go to JW.org, do Jehovah's Witnesses have to follow the 10 Commandments? It says no. That's what it says, no. It's in the Bible. But Jehovah's Witnesses, I guess, don't have to follow it because the governing body says they don't have to. Well, we all know the real reason. It's because the governing body has instituted shunning and disfellowshipping. And to follow the 10 Commandments would mean you'd have to visit and give honor to your mother and father, even if they're disfellowshipped or shunned. You couldn't shun them in this case. So that would all have to go away to honor the 10 Commandments. So the governing body does not honor the 10 Commandments. They're a very selective, cult-like, demonic religion, if you want to talk about it that way. They just want to control women. They don't want any women within their papacy or within the governing body. They just want men to control women. If I was a woman, I would run as fast as I could out of that organization, because what I'm going to show you is that that's all garbage. It's all BS. It's governing body crap. The Bible speaks, there's 20 scriptures, 20 passages telling women to speak, teach, lead, and have authority over men in assembly and elsewhere. Read it for yourself. And you guys can go on to this article. There's no secrets here. You guys do your own research. It's an authentic theology. And we go through all this article. I read through all of it. There's 20 passages all the way through. It addresses the Apostle Paul's issues. It talks about, Paul said, when brothers and sisters come together, each of you has a hymn or a word of instruction. Each of you, the brothers and the sisters. So if we really read the scriptures closely, we can read beyond what the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses teach, because they teach an authoritarian man-type religion. They make women secondary. Paul said to the women and men, be filled with spirit, speaking to one another, sing and make music from your heart to the Lord. So all of them. Women were told by Christ to go and preach to the assembly of men, to go and tell men what the word reveals to those women. And the word wants men to know and do. So read through this if you're a woman and a man. What about Mary Magdalene and the other Mary, who were the first ones that Jesus revealed the resurrection to? They were women. He spoke to the women. The men were jealous of this and they didn't believe the women. But Jesus set the example, and he knew that the way that they lived in, where women had to walk behind men and wear head coverings, he knew that was wrong. And here's how he told everyone it was wrong. He appeared to the women, and he had a special relationship with the women. The apostle Peter said to women and men, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God, grace in its various forms. If anyone speaks, they should do so as one who speaks the very words of God. If anyone serves, they should do so with the strength of God provides, so that in all things God may be praised through Jesus Christ. So each of us, women or men, each of us, this counsel is for women and men to teach. Joseph and Mary marveled at what was said about Jesus. And then Simeon blessed them and said to Mary, his mother, this child is destined to cause the falling and rising of many in Israel. There was also a prophet, Anna. She never left the temple, but worshiped night and day, fasting and praying. Coming up to them at the very moment, she gave thanks to God, spoke about the child to all who were looking forward to the redemption of Jerusalem. She was a woman in the temple, just like a priest. So you guys be the judge here. Jehovah's Witness governing body is hiding the fact that women should be used as preachers, as just like elders. And they don't have to wear head coverings, not in Canada. If you lived in Dubai, you might have to, but not here. It's not part of the custom. I can go all the way through. We're only on 13 and we don't have all the time, but Deborah, here's another one. Deborah, Proph, the wife of whatever that name was leading Israel at the time, and she sent for Barak and said to him, so here she was used, this woman. Female prophets include Anna, who prophesied in the temple to the men. Deborah, what about her? Philip's daughter. Miriam, Nodoidiah, and many others. My English isn't that good. So here it is. Submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. That's really what this is about, friends. And isn't Christ the two commands? In fact, in Galatians 5 and 14, he says everything hangs on love. The whole thing hangs on love. So how can you show love to your sisters if you're making them be in subjection and they have all these stupid rules? It's not loving. This is so far from the truth. These guys might as well move their headquarters to Dubai, the governing body. They should just move right out of the US, move right to Dubai if they want to run this kind of a religion. And in this country, in Canada, in the US, this isn't going to fly. It's not going to fly. Abigail, she spoke out and taught David about the needless bloodshed. Sister Phoebe, Junia, like there's so many women. Sarah, she was a teacher of God. It goes on and on and on. The women and Mary, the mother, and Jehovah's Witnesses don't want to talk about the mother Mary. She had a big part. She spoke out and she was a teacher and she was a strong woman. So do your research, folks. I don't buy this 1 Corinthians stuff. This is old stuff. There's lots of stuff in the Bible that you can hone in on. The Jehovah's Witness governing body are focusing in on this because they want to dominate women. That's just what they want, a religion that dominates women. That's why they focus in on this. If you focus in on all the other scriptures, you'll soon see that women are equal and women should be on the platform teaching. So there you go, folks. That's all I have to say about women. I don't buy the crap that's put out there. Thanks again and have yourselves a nice day. Bye for now.
So goodbye for us. You have to say it, baby. And us in Texas, you wanna try, baby. I know you can. I know your heart, and you will figure